Hey guys, welcome back to Show and Tell. What the hell? We're going more into the customizer artsy stuff today, and talk a little bit about the, I guess, some of the problems that you may be facing as not only someone who customizes, but someone who buys stuff online. And I'm going to show you this nice little clear um, um, Scareglow. That's his name. Scareglow figure that I ordered from Mercari. Um, and I'm not going to reveal the name or handle of the buyer, and there's no ill will or anything like that. But when you see the picture, you see a completely clear um, Scareglow. That's his name. Who doesn't glow? Clear glow. But the problem that we have here with a figure, if you notice, is that he is pretty yellow. You know, and that could come from a number of different things. A lot of it is UV exposure, and some of it is also the quality of resin that you're using. Obviously, there's two different types of resin being used, perhaps, unless you went and put them out in the sun. So I messaged the seller in an attempt to say, hey, buddy, got your thing. Thanks for sending it over. I noticed that the product does not look like what was presented. You have any solutions? And his solution was, I don't know, you can polish it. So I found that to be interesting. Now, here's another figure he had sent me, kind of like a junker figure. You could tell that the torso's a little off on this one. He just sent it, which is nice of him. Just here, have a junker figure. I could put some arms on there. And it gives a little magnet that he was using the magnet method, which, you know, your mileage may vary with that. But you can see that there's two different types of translucent plastic here being used. But it's hard to tell. You can see that there could be some yellowing going on with the legs on camera, but that's not the case to the naked eye. But this Scareglow is definitely all yellowed up. So he says, okay, well, let's use a polish. Now, here's the deal. With the polish, I asked him, I said, well, that's interesting. I've never really heard that. Can you please tell me what sort of polish you can use on this that would work? Because I'm not aware of any polish that would actually fix this figure. Also, the legs are not articulate. And he says, I don't know, but you can do it return. But by that time on Mercari, there's enough, time had lapsed, and it was too late for me to actually make a return. I didn't give him any negative feedback or anything like that. It's just one of those things that I knew I may be getting into. It's not his fault. I probably would have offered a better solution, but when you get clear figures like this, and I have a lot of clear figures, you end up getting some yellowing due to UV lighting. He said that it could have been due to the heat, but I live in Texas, so heat does affect figures, but I do have a lot of clear translucent figures around that kind of have been exposed to that, and they don't really get yellowed, the translucent resin. Other figures, white figures, do get affected that way. Some Transformers I have, if you put them in a bin, they start yellowing up. I have a Metroplex that started turning yellow. A newer one, too. So it's just one of those things that I just want to warn you all. When you're buying stuff that's clear resin, that's a custom art toy, you might end up getting something like this. Luckily, I'm a customizer, and I can figure out stuff to do with, it. I could use, a dye or some sort of clear ink from, like a Vallejo or Tamiya paints has some really good inks as well. Could do that. We might do another video of it later. I like a good clear white figure, but this is just, this is a yellow fella, and something for you all just to pay attention to, and no ill will for that person, keep making your figures, your yellow figures, and I probably should have opted for the glowing one. Anyway, folks, have a good day. We'll see you later on.